You have to replicate it. You have to know. You have to show it again. Like someone, the developer will go there and okay, show me again. And if you cannot do it, you're just a lousy person. You know, like, why are you wasting my time? Like you're wasting time if you cannot do it. The second one is isolate. Isolation is like bringing down the minimum steps, really finding the cause of the bug. Because if you don't do it, it might take too long to show the bug, or you don't really know what's causing it. And you should know, like, that's what one of your, I think, one of our jobs maybe it can happen in 2 clicks. Like you have to bring it down to the minimum steps. Yeah.
One issue per bug.
One issue per bug.
One failure per report. This is an
Keep it to one. Like you mean like one report shouldn't contain more things. Like, this happens. And this happens as well.
One feature. Sorry, one issue.
One issue. Like you don't do it that you report something and then you mention something as well.
Yeah.
Because then it will get stuck in communication. Keep it very, very isolated and simple.
Because with isolation, clear isolation, it is much easier to replicate.
Yeah. The third one is the
maximize.
My favorite, maximize. I have actually a story about this. This is when you show what's possible or what will the bug cause. For example, I had an example for this a few months ago that my team rewrote a web shop functionality that we were developing. And there was, of course, a shopping cart web shop. And I was curious about what will happen if I type all the big numbers. So, like I typed in 11 nines and I bought 99 of the book, of the same book, and like put it in the cart, and hit next, and it stopped. The whole cart crashed, like got frozen. And it looked like, okay, now I replicated it. It looked like, okay, so big numbers get it frozen. So I could have run to the developer telling them that, look, all the 11 nines will get it frozen down. I thought that I isolated it, and then I thought about, okay, maybe this is not the only way that it can fail. So it was a web shop, of course. It was web-based. I pressed F12, and I saw that it's not because of the big numbers, but it was developed in JavaScript. And there was a precision error. Sometimes if you multiply with a certain number with another certain number, it's not precise enough JavaScript, so it draws you like 12 zeros and then 1 at the very end. I'm not sure if you know this precision error in JavaScript. So that's what I found, just because I pressed F12. And then, okay, if this is a precision error, then it's not because of the 11 nines. Could be done maybe with normal numbers. So I typed in 25.98 multiplied with 3. You know, like very realistic scenario. And they also got the web shop frozen down. So this is why I maximize the thing. Like I showed them, look, it can happen. It can cause the same bug is doing the same thing to your application.
What was confusing me? Maximize is not regarding the input. You should not maximize the input, but the output. Maximize the issue, the seriosity of.
The seriosity of issue, yeah. That's what I mean. Like, it's not a serious issue if 12.9 is freezing down the card, but it's a serious issue if 25.98, which is really realistic, freezes down, and it's the same bug. It's the same thing getting triggered in the background. The fourth one is to generalize. This is when my example doesn't contain this, but this should be to show, like after you maximize it, like after you showed how severe it can be, you can try to find places where it also happens. So in my example, maybe to go to other web shops, other sites, if it's the same problem there, and then you can show it there. It's not a problem only here. Please, the developers, go here, because it's also the same problem is popping up. So you can maximize it, like show how serious it is, and then with generalize you can spread it again, like decorner your corner case if you use that term. That's generalize. Yes, the next one is externalize. Depends on where you work. I don't.
Just something about generals.
Yeah, sure.
Generals
Yeah.
could be.
Please.
Make that fail
Interrupt me.
as, for example, as broader as possible. For example, if that fails in Firefox on Chrome, the issue is more credible than just fail on Chrome or Internet Explorer. If, for example, fail is on Internet Explorer, probably if you're some startup, fuck Internet Explorer, nobody is using, who is using application does not use Internet Explorer. So, but this is generalization. So, corner cases about the data, but also on broad range of systems.
Yes. The next one is externalize. I don't really have to do this myself, but maybe you work in other contexts. That I work very close with my PO, and this is about, to me, this externalizes, like, let the important people know that this is going on. Maybe your bug report gets buried, and then people will be surprised that there is a bug. You reported it, but they didn't see it, so you have to raise your voice. And after these, it's easier, because we proved how severe the bug is. So externalize should not be a problem, but we have to do it like that.
Have you ever done this in your bug report?
Yes. But this will be the last one. Wait.
I skipped one. Sorry.
Yeah, this will be the last one.
I thought that this was part of the external, so.
Yeah. Well, it happens when you externalize it. Yeah. And the last step, like, remember, here you found the bug, and here you're reporting it. These things all happen between those two. Sometimes you jump, and you don't need all of them, but this is going to be happening. This is a good reminder to go through. Maybe you don't need to generalize it because it will be fixed anyway, something like this. But the last one is to use, don't need this, so use a neutral tone. That means that it goes back to information actually. Because you're providing information, nobody cares about your feelings towards the bug. Nobody cares if you think that it's an interesting bug, or if you're angry with the developer that they made the error, or if you think that someone else should have found it or something. So you shouldn't care about this stuff. No one cares what you think about it. You just give them the information and they do what they want to do with it. Like, it's not your business anymore. But the honest thing is that you can do is just give them the information and let them decide, let that information drive business. But make sure that you actually provided that they know about it. And this helps you to do a better job. That's about it.
This is from Jack, yes.
Yeah.
So basically,